Peace and love, y'all. It's your girl, Divine Priestess, having back in with y'all with more messages from Spirit. Just a little tarot wisdom with Divine Priestess. And y'all already know what time it is. We're clearing the space. We're clearing the energy. So to the Most High, the Creator of all, God, Spirit, Universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides of divine white light, thank you so much for your unconditional love and divine guidance and spiritual protection over this space and over this reading. Allow me to be a vessel to channel your divine wisdom and guidance and call on your protection against any low vibrational being, demon, deity, entity, evil eye, black magic, spell work, hoodoo, voodoo, hexes, and curses, evil eye. And so mote it be. Ashe. Peace and love, y'all. Welcome to the live. What's up? Love to be loved and give love. Hey, Orange Catrice 2024. What's up, Sweet 65? What's up? Hey, hello, Orange Catrice 2024. Hey, Shadow Moon Bully. What's up, y'all? Peace and love. Thank y'all so much for joining the live today. Thank y'all so much for sharing y'all energy in this space with me today. All right, y'all. We are talking about the Aries full moon energy that we're in. Hey, Valmera EJ, thank you so much for joining the live. Hey, Autumn Sheree, thank you so much for joining the live, love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all, it is Aries full moon energy, okay? It was what, October the 17th? So we are lingering in like that grace period after the fact where we are still feeling that energy of the full moon. Nothing much, peace and love. Yes, I love it. So you guys, with this Aries full moon, first of all, in my readings, y'all really already been channeling this energy, like picking up this energy. Y'all, if you guys are not familiar with your natal charts, I want to recommend that you guys go. The place that I go to get my natal charts is called Cafe Astrology. And you could just put in your date of birth, you put in your time of birth, and you know where you were born. You know, it'll give you all the prompts of the information you got to put in there, and it will give you your natal chart, which will help you understand what your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, and your north node is very essential, guys. Okay, your north node is very much going to help you on your ascension and your journey of what your purpose should be for this present lifetime. Okay, a lot of times we come in already naturally equipped with what we had from our past life, and we just come in and we naturally adapt to those ways of being, right? And Libra and Aries are the total opposite, right? So when we have this Aries full moon, the energy that is opposing this energy is Libra. That is the what's on the opposite side of the scale, okay? So that's what this energy is all about. It's about finding this balance. Hey, Aries gang in the building. So you're an Aries, Orange Catrice. That's what's up. So you're right on time, because this energy, especially for Aries, if you have Aries in your north node, you have it in your moon sign, your rising sign, your sun sign. Okay, even if you have Libra, okay, it's going to be very effective, but it's going to affect us all in different ways, okay? But especially for you guys, okay? Aries, if you are in your Aries, that means Aries are very independent already. Aries are already in a bag when it comes to their leadership, okay, and independence, okay? This energy that we've been embodying, I've been picking up in my readings and things like this, is all about us taking our power back. It's all about us prioritizing self, right? Because with Aries, it's about independence. And a lot of times with Libra, right? Libras they have the scales, right? They're all about that balance. They're all about being able to see both sides of the scale. And so Libras can be people pleasers and things like that. Hey, Mr. Flash Bryson, thank you so much for being on the live, love. So yeah, like that Libra energy can very much be people-pleasing energy, very much self-sacrificing energy, very much trying to fill the shoes of others, and you can resonate with everyone, so you can always like tap into like, well, I understand why, they may feel like that, or why they do that, or whatever. And you may let a lot of people get away with shit because of you having this way of seeing things, where you can always have this empathetic aspect where you can see where people are coming from, even at the own detriment of yourself, right? And this Aries full moon energy is all about, like we said, we're self-absorbed in this energy because we've been self-sacrificing for so long, right? We've been really putting we've been prioritizing others over the things that we need or need to desire ushering into our life. Okay, so this Aries full moon energy is really about us taking our independence back. Okay, this energy is all about independence versus partnership, personal boundaries versus openness. Okay, it's about balancing between the two, finding that happy balance, right? But when you feel like you have to sacrifice self, right, to make somebody else happy, that's unhealthy, right? We got to learn how to find that balance where, okay, if I have to choose between me or you, and then I know that this is going to be detrimental, right, to my well-being, then I have to prioritize myself to ensure that my health and my well-being is taking the lead. Okay, so this energy is all about having this balance, right? Okay, and it's also about you asking yourself, like when it's about you creating your life, right? Asking yourself, like, what makes my life more vibrant, right? What makes my life more passionate? Okay, Aries is all about that fire energy. Okay, Aries is all about spontaneity and things like that, you know, being passion driven. Okay, so we got to start tapping into self, right? Because sometimes a lot of us are living for others. We're living for our family. We're living for the perception of other people and what they believe we should be doing, right? We're not really centering what we're doing around what we believe is going to make us happy, right? What's going to make us feel fulfilled, right? What are we going to be passionate about and fulfilled, right? So this is what this Aries energy is about. It's about tapping into self and asking what is going to make us more passionate, make us more vibrant, and things like that in what we're doing. Okay, let's see what else. So yeah, and then also considering those things, right, and not allowing that Libra energy to creep in, right, where now we're self-doubting because we're allowing that doubt to creep in from the people pleasing of like thinking, well, this one you're thinking and considering what other people might think if you pursue something that you know that you love. Like a lot of times we'll sacrifice something that we know would make us, you know what I'm saying, better, because it's like something within us, in our heart, in our spirit is telling us that is for us, right? But because we're so concerned about what people think, and, you know, or if it's going to be an inconvenience, right, to somebody else. Let's say you want to pursue something, but it's an inconvenience for somebody else because you've been sacrificing what you want to do to help somebody else, right? So in that scenario, now it's like you're concerned that, damn, I can't do this because I know that I'm doing this for this person and that person and things like that. You see what I'm saying? So these are things that we're restructuring, because if we've been always on that side, it's like we've been abused in a sense where people know that we're always going to sacrifice ourselves. They know they can always come to you, right? You know how when somebody is like, maybe they need a babysitter or something like that, and it's like they know they can always go to you to watch their kids, you know what I'm saying? But it's like you might have an event that you have to go to, but they already decided and made plans, and it's like they're trying to convince you to do something outside. You're like, baby, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I already have plans. And it's like, what? It's like they feel entitled because you've kind of spoiled them with your services. You've always sacrificed yourself to appeal to what their needs. So now they're almost like unappreciative of what you've done. I love your shirt, but you're right. Thank you. Right on, sweetheart. Yes, born to make history, as we all are, right? When we're all living in our purpose and we're all in alignment with the heart and with spirit, with the Most High is guiding us towards, right? Then we're all doing what we were born to do, which is to make history, okay? So yes, we are bringing awareness to where relationships may be overshadowing our individuality, right? Our individual needs, okay? And it's a reminder that self-love is the foundation of all healthy connections. Hey, pretty big 89, thank you so much for joining the live, baby. So yeah, this is like a sense of us bringing this awareness to where we are not allowing our relationships to overshadow our individual needs, right? We're always putting ourselves on the back burner to tend to this one, to tend to that one. And then it's like we're left untended to, right? Because it's like normally when you're self-sacrificing, it ain't just the one person either. It's like you got all these people pulling from you. A lot of times it be your own family, you know what I'm saying? And they know they've gotten used and programmed to having you, you know what I'm saying, interacting or be doing a certain thing to their toxicity or not. It don't always have to be toxicity. It don't always have to be that somebody's trying to be toxic, but it's like everybody want their needs met, right? And if they know that you're always the person they can go to get those needs met, then of course they're going to utilize that avenue. So it's just a matter of us setting boundaries, so that way we know that we can still make time for the people that we love and still do things out of the kindness of my heart, but not out of the sacrifice of our own stability, foundation, health. You know what I'm saying? All of these different things, if we're sacrificing that to be assistance to somebody else, then we're letting our own selves down, right? So we got to put ourselves first, okay? So yes, the eclipse energy, let's say October the 2nd, it helped us come to the revelation in which relationships or situations were draining us, okay? And who truly deserves our energy, right? So that's what we're doing. Like with this Aries energy, we are starting to be analytical about our environment, right? We're being analytical about who do we allow to have access to our energy at any given moment, right? When people can just decide they calling you up and you know what I'm saying? Maybe you have created this schedule for yourself because you know it's like, I got to stay focused. I have to accomplish A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, right? And it's like, when you're somebody that's just starting to create boundaries and create structure in your life when you never had it, right? People are not going to understand when you start setting these boundaries, when you start saying, hey, baby, I'm sorry, I can't pull up today. I got to focus. You know what I'm saying? I got to do this or I got to do that, right? People are not going to be used to you having this structure because you never had it before. So it's like now you just have to allow yourself to get used to it and allow yourself to like have grace with yourself, and also not allow people to guilt trip you into feeling bad about it, right? Because that's a lot of times us empaths will feel bad because we know we want to be able to help, we want to be of assistance, right? But if we've been neglecting ourselves so much, there has to come a time where you can say, you know what, okay, I'm dedicating this time for me. You know what I'm saying? This is what this Aries full moon energy is about, y'all, right? It's healthy boundaries and balance, but because you still want to be able to maintenance and be able to attend to your relationships, right? You still want to be able to have those relationships and remain like a healthy connection with these relationships, right? But so it's like setting healthy boundaries, right? It's like sometimes we have to have those hard conversations, knowing that someone might be upset that you're starting to remove your energy back. But it's just being honest, like, babe, you know what? You know how much I love you. You my family. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, don't you want to see me come up, right? It's like I've been putting myself on the back burner and I need to put myself first for a little bit. So don't take that personal. You know I still got love for you. Now, if you can be this honest and be this straight up and be this vulnerable with somebody and express this, and they can't still resonate or they can't put their own needs to the side to say, you know what, yes, you have sacrificed a lot for me. Like, it's time for me. It's time for the table to turn. Let me go ahead and sacrifice for you so you can do something good for yourself, right? That's how it should be. It should be this healthy give and take. But when there's somebody that can't flip those tables for you to return the favor of you sacrificing yourself, and it's like you're trying to explain to them, they're like trying to convince you to continue to sacrifice yourself when you done went and been vulnerable and explain to them why. And it's like, then you start to see who's for you and who's not for you. Because people who are in support of you, they're going to understand. But people who want to that have been using you and manipulating the fact that you're a self-sacrificing person, then that's how you're going to start to distinguish who is time to, you know what I'm saying? It's time to separate from, okay? It's time to take a break from, right? It don't have to be permanent, but sometimes you have to remove your energy and have to say, you know what? I'm creating energetic boundaries, right? Because some people be entitled to your energy, you know what I'm saying? Especially family, especially people you're in relationships with, you know, friendships, all of these things. People will feel entitled to your energy and take offense to you trying to, you know, get on your shit. Hey, Kimmy Good, welcome to the live, baby. Thank you for joining the live. So yeah, that's what'll happen. You'll be in a space where you're trying to prioritize self and build yourself up, and people will take that and they'll look at it like a bad thing. You see what I'm saying? But the reality is that you're just putting yourself first so you can build yourself up, so you can prioritize your healing, so you can prioritize your stability, right? Because you want to be able to. How can you pour into other people when you haven't even built your structure, your stability? You haven't even put yourself in a space, right? It's like every time you're helping somebody else, you're sacrificing your own stability, right? We're not doing that anymore, right? We got to put ourselves first. So that's what this Aries and full moon energy is about. It's about independence. It's about separation, detachment, okay? If someone else, if someone else needs... Yeah, if there's someone else's needs and it pulls you away from what's best for you, right? Then know that it's okay to choose yourself, right? So yeah, it's like that's what we fail to do a lot of times, right? We'll put other people's needs first and we'll just end up being with the shit end of the stick after a while, because it's like, damn, I didn't really invest no time in myself. Everything that I was doing was contributing to other people's well-being. Like, how can I build myself up if all I'm doing is focusing on what other people is doing and I'm not focusing on myself? And that's the problem too. A lot of people are always entertained by other people's business, what other people got going on, and they not focused on their own self, right? And that's how you get led astray, because instead of going to the Most High, instead of like going within to find self, it's like you're trying to find your identity through other people, throughout exterior things, exterior forces, right? Oh, materialistic things. Oh, everything else is what creates your identity instead of the soul being, right? The driving force within you. Everybody's always trying to identify with, whatever culturally is going on, right? To be accepted, but instead of like really finding self and putting self first, right? So yes, y'all, that is basically what the Aries full moon energy is about. Y'all can actually tap into some of my previous readings that are on my page, because I have already been picking up on this energy. Like, my readings have really been picking up on this energy. And I just started doing some research about the Aries full moon and things like that, because my North Node is in Aries. So I just wanted to tap into that energy. And I was like, okay. So I was already reading into this energy before I even knew what this energy was even about, okay? But we're going to pull some cards. We're going to pull some cards about this and see how Spirit wants us to handle this Aries full moon energy. All right, so Spirit. All right, what messages do we have, Spirit? Okay, hold on, because another one already flipped over. So, looks like we got the Four of Cups and the Two of Pentacles, followed by the Knight of Wands. So right off the bat, I'm getting, this is like about not really being able to see the blessings. Like, you know how blessings be disguised sometimes, right? But if you sitting up there focused on all of the negativity, right? Like I said, a lot of times, like this card says over it, right? This person is sitting there and she's ungrateful. I'm not seeing no gratitude energy, right? A lot of times when we are not focused on the silver lining, right? We're sitting up here focusing on the toxicity and the problems. It's a distraction. And then a lot of times Spirit be trying to get you out of situations, but because you're blinded, you're all tapped into the toxicity, right? And like I said, this Four of Cups could very well, this could be describing, right, what you're pouring into, right? These people that are just empty vessels that aren't reciprocating that energy, and then you're resentful. This is like a resentful energy, right? And that's what happens a lot of times when we're not putting ourselves first and we're pouring into everybody else. A lot of times when we do that, then we start to feel like somebody owe us something, right? Because we're like, damn, I poured all this energy into this person. I did this for them. I did that for them. Now you're feeling resentful, right? Because you don't feel like that energy was reciprocated. And that's what this is about, okay? Having resentment. Having your fingers, your arms crossed, right? Being defensive now. Now you in this energy where now you don't trust nobody. You just kind of like, you don't even know, who to trust, right? You got in this conflicting energy, right? Because with these Knight of Wands, right? Because Knight of Wands is the energy of somebody that can't be trusted. The Knight of Wands is somebody who's like promiscuous, you know what I'm saying? Out here just out here just manipulating, right? This is a very narcissistic energy, the Knight of Wands, right? So that's what I'm seeing about this when it comes to like this Aries full moon energy and how you should handle this. I'm just saying, yes, when it comes to deciding, right, it's about you focusing on the silver lining, not paying attention to the people, places, and things, right, that are, because you just been pouring into those people and they haven't been pouring into you. So it's like, it's time for you to focus on the blessings, right, that the Most High is giving you. And that's time for you to go within and focus on those things and stop pouring into people, because you're pouring into empty cups and they're empty. They're like portals of emptiness that are just sucking up your energy and it's not coming back to you like it's supposed to, right? This infinity sign on this Two of Pentacles is all about a reciprocation energy, and you haven't been receiving that, okay? Because these have been the type of people that you've been involved in, which is high and by, nobody that is there like with the foundation stability that's gonna stick around. This is just people that are in just to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking for anything serious. You see what I'm saying? And that's because when we are not healed within, we tend to draw that to us, okay? And the Hermit is all about taking that time to go within, right? And like we talked about with this Aries full moon energy, that's what it's about, right? It's about going within, and it's time to prioritize, right? The Hermit is all about going in and having some revisions and thinking about, okay, this is what I need to do, or that's what I need to do, right? I need to alleviate this or alleviate that. It's going within to restructure self to make sure that you are doing the best for the, empowerment of your spirituality and things like that, because the Hierophant is all about being a spiritual teacher. It's all about like religion. It's all about propaganda, but it's all about like higher learning, higher education, and things like that. Okay, so if you're going into the Hermit to receive this wisdom, this higher wisdom, okay, that is how you are realizing that, yes, I see what I need to focus on now. I see why I had resentment, and it was because I was neglecting myself, really. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times we'll be neglecting self and we trying to point the finger at other people while we're unhappy, while we're not getting, you know what I'm saying, ahead, or why somebody else is further ahead of us than we are. You see what I'm saying? And it's because you so focus on outside of yourself. This is saying, no, you got to go within and get that higher perspective, okay? Because with the Star, this is like one of the Star is all about, like we talk about the notoriety and everything like that, but we talk about this temperance. We talk about this is a person of purity, right? Of depth, okay? This is not just somebody who's arrogant and things like that. This is somebody who uses their notoriety and their wisdom, right? To guiding. It's like, the Star is the guiding. It's like a guiding star that leads you through the night, right? So this is what this Star is about, okay? Utilizing this higher perspective, okay, and letting it guide you out of any darkness you may be receiving, okay? And a lot of times darkness, when we talk about this Aries full moon, right, it has a lot to do with our codependencies and things like that, right? Sometimes we'll find ourselves in situations because we're codependent, not because we really feel that we really want to be with somebody. Sometimes we will just settle because it's like, well, shit, right now life is hard. I need a partner to pay these bills. I need a partner to, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Or maybe you got kids and you need somebody to help you raise these kids, right? A lot of times we will tolerate and deal with things out of codependency, okay? Instead of, is this person healthy? Are they making you happy? Do they respect you? Do they love you? Are they a good person to provide stability and foundation to, your goals? And are they going to pass on good examples down to your children and things like that? You see what I'm saying? This is all important things that we should be considering and thinking of, okay? this should be something that helps us make the decisions when it comes to people trying to come in. And if they're not have that higher perspective, okay, if they're not somebody who goes within to tap into self, if they don't know about self, right, then that ain't nobody that we are entertaining, right? With this Aries full moon energy, these are the things that we're leaving in the past, okay? Because that eclipse energy was about releasing, right? We're releasing the old things, right? We evaluated what was no longer serving us, right? So we left that back then. Period, right? And with the Eight of Pentacles, it's all about putting in that work, okay? Putting in the work, okay? So you've been focused, okay? Whether it be creating projects, creating platforms, content, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you're doing, stay focused on that, okay? Because that is exactly that's the blessing in disguise, right? That's the blessing in disguise when the Eight of Pentacles comes underneath this Four of Cups. It's like basically stating that a lot of times we'll be focused on the wrong things, but if we was working on self, right, building ourselves up, focusing on our creativity, focusing on the things that is guiding us within, right, this resentment wouldn't even be built up. We wouldn't even be feeling no type of way about other people because we so wrapped up and focused into self, okay? But with the Magician coming in underneath the Two of Pentacles, I'm getting like that. It's like you've been putting in this work on self, and now it's kind of like juggling how you want to move forward as far as like this new threshold, this new timeline, right? Now that we are embodying this Aries energy and we're stepping into our independence and stepping into, you know, taking charge of our lives and not living vicariously through other people, right? Now it's like you having all the tools, and it's almost like this sense of like, oh my gosh, there's so many options, there's so many choices for me to decide that I don't even know which route to go. But this is saying, baby, it don't matter what you decide. You're the magician, right? You have all the tools, so literally you could do literally fucking anything, okay? But yeah, with this energy coming underneath the Knight of Wands, exactly like I said, these Knight of Wands type of energy be trying to come and approach you. They sneaky, they conniving, they're not they don't come with the proper intentions, okay? And it's like they want to take, right? And you're somebody, the Magician is a really, really great, like you have this charisma, right? It's like you have this magnetic energy and it attracts these types of people, okay? And that's another thing where it's like you have to come to this space where you recognize it. You know what I'm saying? And that you decide that when we're in this Aries energy, we're like, oh, hell no. We in this independent energy where we don't allow ourselves to attach to these things. Because a lot of times people will attach to these type of people just because of the lustful energy that they have towards them, or because they're like, oh my gosh, you know, because these Knight of Wands are very attractive, very charming, sexy. They always know what to say. They passionate. They, you know, they got the good sex game, whatever. Hey, Magdalena Love, thank you so much for joining the live. Yeah, these Knight of Wands, they be having that good sex game. They have your head gone. You know, you be dickmatized and things like that. You know, they'll have you in this, knowing it ain't right for you, but you be tied into them, holding on to that energy because of the coming from a lustful place, right? But once you recognize that these types of people, they're just here to steal your energy. They're not here to really settle down. These are like high and dry, like they'll leave you high and dry. They come in real quick, you know what I'm saying? But they're here for a good time, not for a long time. And we're no longer investing our energy in those types of people, right? If you're not here coming in with pure heart, right, and intention, you don't have a higher self, a higher perspective, right? You don't have some type of empathy in your heart, right? We can't entertain these type of people because they're working out of lower forces, right? And they don't have any means of good intention for you anyway, right? But with the Queen of Wands coming in underneath the Hermit, I'm very much getting that you have embodied this level of spirituality where you've opened your mind up, when you've had to go in to receive the downloads from the Most High, from Spirit, right? Because this is about being guided out of darkness that you may not even realize or known you was involved in, right? Because a lot of times the Seven of Swords is very conniving, sneaky energy. Hey, Talia Manure, thank you so much for joining the live, love. But yeah, like Seven of Swords, that's about that sneaky, conniving energy, right? So a lot of times you'll be in when I say darkness, it's like there's some things that need to be revealed, right? There's some mysteriousness around a situation, or right, they're just keeping you blinded to something, right? And a lot of times you may not know, but this is all about using your intuition, right? And using spirit, letting confirmations and synchronicities and things, signs to show you the truth of what something is, right? Because with the Queen of Wands, this is somebody who is very tapped into the spirits, right? They know about spirituality, and they know about light magic and dark magic, right? They have this wisdom about it, right? And this helps them protect themselves when people are out here trying to send them, you know what I'm saying, spiritual attacks, or, you know, trying to send them any black magic or anything like that. They're divinely protected from that. Okay, this is very much Aries energy. Hey, Royal Evil, thank you so much for joining the live, love. This is the Queen of Wands. This is all about black magic, but this is also about that Queen of Wands energy, which is like Aries, is very fiery. You see what I'm saying? So with the Queen of Wands coming out, this is like embodying that fire energy, right? To stand on business about your spiritual sovereignty, your spiritual protection, okay? This Aries energy, like a lot of times when we're talking about the Aries full moon and moving out of the codependent energy, moving out of the energy where, you know, we're not putting ourselves first, right? We're moving out of that energy, leaving that energy in the past. This Queen of Wands is about, like, I'm sitting on my throne, honey, and I'm not allowing myself to be used by lower forces anymore. And that's either from my own lack mentality or whatever I'm doing to keep my energy in a low vibration that makes me react in low vibrational ways, or through attachments through other people where low vibrational forces are working through them trying to trigger me. Like, either way it goes, I'm disconnected from that, right? This Aries energy is about isolation, independence, leadership, tapping into the higher forces, and knowing that, you know, in reality, like, this whole time I thought I needed all of these people, right? I was getting some type of validation by being tied in all these people, when really I didn't need nothing but the Most High, right? This inner strength that I have that carries me through any challenges, right? This is somebody who has been faced with, you know, they had to have a lot of courage throughout their life, because they've been faced with a lot of either life-challenging, life-threatening situations, or just obstacles, right, that could have taken them out, right? But they had this strength to overcome that, right? And with the strength coming underneath the Hierophant, they have this mental strength, right? This is a strength that allowed them to not be controlled mentally. This was a strength that allowed them to see the truth throughout corruption and throughout deception, and they were able to have this perception and this mindset, this strength that allowed them to snap out of any type of propaganda programming and things like that. And that's what happens to a lot of times. People will come in and they gotta convince you of who they are and what they're into and things like that. And sometimes it's all just lies, okay, just to get you to open up, to be vulnerable, to trust, right? And so you have the strength, though, where you can see the shit, like, you see, it's like, this is like the Beauty and the Beast energy, right? You know how the Beast was so nasty and rude and just, you know, and it was like she was so soft and feminine, but she still knew how to tame the beast within him. You see what I'm saying? So this is what the strength card is about, is being able to either tame the beast within self or tame the beast within others, because of the way you have this graceful way of handling things, okay? You don't get into these heated arguments and things like that. You just, it's your truth and it is what it is, right? We're not going to sit here and go back and forth like, this is my truth, you can take it, you can leave it, but my energy is going to remain in this peaceful, centered, graceful space, okay? And that's what this Nine of Pentacles is about, especially coming underneath the star, okay? The Nine of Pentacles, I always get like a woman of leisure. She's able to just do the things that she loves because she's put in the work, okay? With the star, with it being underneath the star, this is what this is about, okay? You've tempered your emotions, okay? You've had this pure spirit. You've utilized spirit to guide you, right? You go to the ethers and the Most High in the universe to tell you if you're in alignment or if you're not, okay? And with the Nine of Pentacles, this has had led you to a space where you can now just enjoy the fruits of your labor, right? You're able to enjoy the fruits of your labor because you've allowed spirit to guide you in this direction, and you've disconnected from unhealthy spaces, unhealthy things, people, places, things like that. You've disconnected from that. But not only, if let's say there's no one else involved, right? You've detached from this low vibrational lack mentality that has kept you struggling and juggling in between the right people, the right mindsets, right, to believe in, what you should be focusing on to lead you through to this, financial stability and success and everything, what to focus on work related wise and things like that. But what it's saying here is that despite of any self-sabotage or sabotage outside of yourself, you are the magician. You are the Queen of Wands. You have the strength. You have the ability, right? And now the Nine of Pentacles is like you are manifesting anew, right? This what has opened up for us, this new portal, you see what I'm saying? This is what has ushered this in, okay? This is that energy where we're able to now just sit back and be in this place of peace and allow our fruits of our labor to just fall into our laps, okay? This is what it's just saying, is that spirit is ushering in some blessings for you, and you already know, right? You're just patiently waiting, because you also understand divine timing, right? But all that's coming into play, y'all. So yes, I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading and you utilize this information for this Aries full moon energy, okay? Because it is all working in our favor, and let's start prioritizing self, but also balancing, right? So we can still continue to pour our love into others and stuff like that, but we still have to prioritize self, okay? Let's not neglect ourselves just to be viewed in the eye of the public of being this great subservient person, because people don't look at you like that when you do that. People look at you like a fool, a dummy, and they don't appreciate it, right? You're underappreciated, and when you should be, you should be placed on a pedestal. Like, look at this person, they're self-sacrificing, they always, helping other people and things like that. But it's just unfortunate that a lot of people don't look at it like that. You see what I'm saying? Hey, baby, 2 times. Thank you so much for joining the live, love. But yeah, most people don't look at it like that. But yeah, let me get one more. I'm going to get some advice also from the angels real quick, and we'll wrap this reading up, y'all. I just wanted to tap in. It's a little short reading to tap into this Aries full moon energy. We're going to see what the angels have for us today. Angels, what messages do we have for the collective? What messages do we have for the collective today? All right. What messages do we have for the collective? Ooh, that's about to be a lot. All right. All right. So communication. So speak your truth, okay? We just talked about that. Communication, whether it's spoken, written, or felt, it was communication, whether it is spoken, written, or felt, is what connects us all intimately. Ask the angel of communication to help you share your heart with others. If you don't feel heard or understood, or are struggling to say what needs to be said, inner tensions and misunderstandings will damage your relationship. Speak your truth quietly but clearly. Focus on honesty, but in such a way that it lifts you and others up. Whatever the issue, trust that the angel of communication is there to give you the courage to find the right words. The more you speak with integrity, the more others will feel your authenticity and come to trust and respect you. Listening is just as important as speaking. Never fear your own silence when communicating with others or with yourself. Sometimes what matters most is hidden in those quiet spaces between the words or lines. So yes, y'all, we were just talking about this, okay, where I was saying it's like if somebody cannot resonate with you when you're being super vulnerable, being honest, and trying to let them know, exactly where you're coming from and why it's important that you prioritize self. And if they can't resonate with that vulnerability, right, and you just being true and authentic and just trying to be honest, right, then most likely 9 times out of 10 that person doesn't have your best interest at heart anyway, and they've been just using and manipulating the fact that you've been a people pleaser. You see what I'm saying? So this is, thank you Spirit for that confirmation, and thank you angels for that confirmation, because we just said that. Okay, dreams, right? So the next one is decode your night vision. Daydreams are potent and have the potential to guide and inspire you, but the dreams you have while sleeping can be equally transformative. Everybody has dreams, whether or not they recall them. Every night, your unconscious mind sends you important messages for your personal growth. Let the angel of dreams help you recall and interpret the messages of your dreams. Dreams speak to you through the language of your personal symbols. Ask the angel of dreams to send you creative dreams. Make space in your day to recall those dreams and place a journal next to your bed and set the intention to dream as you drift off to sleep. Immediately upon waking, write down any symbols and feelings that surface. Ponder the personal meaning of those symbols and what they are trying to teach you. The more attention you give to your dreams, the more angelic insights they will offer you. Y'all, big facts, y'all. I literally just started keeping a dream journal, okay? Spirit, God, the Most High, you know, the universe, however you see it, gives us downloads to communicate with us, to help us find direction in life. Okay, so a lot of times when we have dreams or these channel downloads and stuff like that, we just kind of think they're just random thoughts just popping up in our head, but some of those things be downloads to help you in your journey, right? Sometimes you might get an idea that is like an invention or something that you created, and you might be a fucking multi-billionaire, you know what I'm saying, because you pursued this thing, right? But a lot of it comes from the Akashic records, like the download. So sometimes it's like, if something is dawned upon you, get a download to do something and you don't do it, it is still coming from the mass consciousness, like the Akashic records. So whoever has access to those Akashic records and is spiritual and tapped in, right, that's supposed to filter through in reality. So somebody is going to gather that, and they're going to transfer, you know, that somebody will take that download. If you don't use it, right, somebody else will, right? It'll just, all right, well, you know, I guess Spirit, we're going to have to transmit this download to someone else because they're not getting it, right? You see what I'm saying? Y'all, we got to start paying attention to the dreams, the downloads, even if it's the daydreams, right? A lot of times is when we're wide awake and we get this vision of like some dope ass shit, and we just think like, damn, that's a dope ass idea, and don't write it down or nothing. And we get so many of those that we're not going to remember it. Like, we think it's so dope that we might remember it later, but a lot of times, man, life be happening and we don't be remembering the shit. So yeah, that's just Spirit reminding you that, hey, God speaks to us in so many different ways. So we got to start being aware of the universal language, the symbolism, the synchronicities, okay? When we get in dreams, when we're getting angel numbers, when we're getting whatever, let's pay attention to those, because that is the Most High speaking through things to get us to, like, it's like connecting the dots. You see what I'm saying? And like what do they call that? Like scavenger hunt, in a sense of like finding like little hints to kind of continue to guide you through your journey, right? Until you start to learn more and more how to strengthen your connection with the Most High, right? Where it's like he's now speaking more and more and more clearly to you as you advance, you know, as you move forward. But yes, y'all, thank y'all so much for sharing this live with me. Y'all, don't forget that in my description, in my bio, also in the description, in my YouTube videos are the Vibe Priestess Tarot. So please check that out. Subscribe, like, share, or whatnot. But if you are interested in getting you a dream journal, y'all, I do have my divination journals available to you. God is Gang, and then I have a God is Gang Evil Eye Protection journal, all in there, that's going to enhance your manifestations that you write in there. And then also too, you have a space to write your affirmations and things like that. So it's encouraging you, a reminder, right, for you to write your affirmations, or your full moon, your new moon, manifestations, things like that, y'all. Okay, so tap into that. But until the next time, y'all, I'm sending y'all peace and love, and I'll catch y'all on the next live.